traders, welcome to a video on setting up 3commas to trade based off Tradingview alerts. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys two strategies and really the way in which you can use this bot to trade any strategy that you so choose on Tradingview.com. If you haven't yet picked up the 3-day free trial, that is offered in the link in the description below. And that link also comes with a discount on 6-month and 12-month plans for 3commas. All right, so let's get into how we can set up a bot to trade off of two very different ways of trading. One, let's just set up a bot to trade off based off MFI. And two, let's set up a bot to trade based off the volume profile, completely automated. Meaning that when we're sleeping, when we're away, it's going to continue trading no matter what. All right, so first we're gonna click Simple Bot, plus Simple Bot. And let's set this on FET BTC. So I'm going to type, to do that, I'm going to do BTC FET. Now let's do 0.3, and I'm not going to do any safety trades. Safety trades are when you have additional limit orders set that give you a bigger position. So if you have that set to, if I had this exact condition set up and I didn't do this, which I am, if I had this at 1 and this at 1, then once I enter the trade, there will be a buy limit order placed of that volume that I set 1% below price, but I'm not going to set that. Another thing that you're going to want to do is hit the Tradingview custom signal. This is how you're able to, you can click this for more instruction. This is how you're able to trade based off of Tradingview alerts. And then what we're going to want to do, I like to enter with limit orders, but you can enter with market orders if you so choose as well. Okay. And now what we want to do is set a take profit of a percent that's probably not going to be hit. The reason we don't want that to be hit is we want the bot on TradingView to make the decisions for taking profit and make the decisions for entering a trade. We don't want just an arbitrary, take profit percent. So that's why I'm putting it at a percent that's probably never going to be hit. And if it is hit, then that's probably quite a good thing. And finally, you have the option of not using a stop loss on these kinds of strategies and just have a trade based off just the Tradingview signals that you send. But that's not how I like to play the game. I like to have a stop loss with a stop loss timeout. And stop loss timeout is a phenomenal way to have a stop loss. It means that on any volatility spike downward, it will not trigger your stop loss unless price is below, whatever you set that to be for this period of time. So if price just goes below my stop loss for 5 seconds and then goes right back above, it would not trigger my stop loss, which is pretty powerful, which I think it's pretty cool. All right, so now let's get into actually how to set up the Tradingview alerts on BTC FET. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to do is go to Tradingview.com, and you're going to want to, this is going to require, I think, Tradingview Pro or Tradingview Premium plans. You're going to have to set up your SMS email to be this email here. This is what is going to be able to, Tradingview is going to send a signal to this email here. Once this email receives that signal, it's going to execute the trade that you so choose based on the Tradingview alert. So have that set up there. And then what you're going to want to do is, let's go back to here after you've set that up, and you're going to want to copy this message here. What this is this is the message that will start the bot. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to use that. Now let's say we just want just a very simple MFI bot, nothing too complicated, just money flow index. We're gonna hit MFI, we got that, great. And now we have that here, as you can see. Now what I wanna do is I wanna set up a bot that will enter a trade that will buy whenever MFI goes below 20 on FET BTC on the 5-minute time frame. And whenever FET BTC MFI goes above 80, I wanna take profit, I wanna sell. So before we do any bot, we are always going to want to back test to see how this strategy would have performed in the past before I just click the button to set this bot to start running amok. You can see that it would have bought here. Green is when MFI went oversold, below 20, meaning that's where it would have bought. Red is when MFI went overbought, which is where we would have sold. The bot would be taking profit. It would have bought here, it would have sold here, as you can see, would have bought here, sold here. You can just, I don't even need to say this, you can just kind of see them, bought here, and then sell in the red, just up there. it would have bought around here somewhere, and then sold higher there. Bought here, sold in that volatility and volume spike, as you can see right there, and sold here as well for oversold and price to go down. So if we like this, we think it looks pretty good, let's set up the alert. To do that, you're going to left click on the indicator of your choice. Here it's MFI. I'm going to hit add alert. And what I want is whenever the MFI value crosses below 20, which is the typical oversold. So whenever MFI here crosses below 20, it's going to trigger the alert. You're going to want to make sure you not have it click to only once. You're going to want to have your TradingView alert click to one of these three for 3 commas. This means that it's only going to take the trade once. This is going to take multiple trades, an infinite amount of trades, as many as it can do. And you're going to have to pop this one right here, send email to SMS, because that's how TradingView can actually communicate with the 3 commas bot. Now what we're going to want to do, the final part, is the message. So I'm going to, that message that I copied before, I'm going to paste that right there. And this message is going to be the entry message. So when this condition is met, a order will be set to buy FETBTC. So when MFI goes below 20, it buys. All right. So I'm gonna hit create. This is optional if you want that. I'm gonna hit create, and this should pop up in orange soon. Yep, there it is, and boom, we have it ready. And now what we want to do is set an alert for our take profit for when we want to exit this trade. To do that, I'm going to highlight that guy right there. I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to just do the same exact thing, but for the 80. So add alert whenever we cross above the value of 80, once per bar close, I want you to exit. So I'm going to paste that message there, which is the exit message, and I'm going to hit create. Awesome. So now we have alerts set up for, you can see I have a ton of alerts here. We have alerts set up for the 80 and the 20. This will close. As you can see, it's where it says close at market price right to the left of my cursor. And here this will open. As you can see, with no delay, it will open immediately after the bar closes. So yeah, that's all set up. And we also have, whenever we enter, we have also a 3.5%, 3% stop loss with the stop loss timeout enabled. If this all looks good, then the only last thing you have to do is click this. Start bot, confirmed. And the bot is set. Bot is turned on. All right? And if for whatever reason, you want it to trade immediately, you just hit that button. If you want to stop it, edit it, so on. Okay, so now let's take a look at a little bit more complex way of using TradingView to trade on 3 commas. And this way is pretty cool. It's going to be using the volume profile. So to do that, let's go to my bots, and I'm going to create a new simple bot. And I'm going to do, let's just do FETBTC again to keep it simple. So I'm going to type in BTC-FET. This is basically just going to be the same exact way that it was, traded before. Just the same conditions, By the way, when you see TradingView versus TradingView custom signal, TradingView means that it's going to trade based off of the alerts set. The basket of indicators that TradingView uses to set, buy or strong buy alerts. Not my favorite, but some traders do like to use this, so that whenever TradingView rates a coin as a strong buy, it buys it. But we are going to use custom signal. Take profit at something, like crazy. No safety trades. No safety trades on this one. And I want to stop loss timeout. Let's do the 3% with the 100 seconds again. Perfect. Now this all looks good. Now we can set this up for the way I want it to trade. So I'm going to copy that message there. Now let's go take a look at the volume profile. And what I want here is, let's do the only volume profile that you can use in this kind of way would be session volume. This requires a TradingView Pro or a TradingView Plus plan. Now, a really important thing that you do is you have your settings set to this to only have developing value area ticked. I'm going to show you guys exactly why that's important. Also, when you're looking at altcoins, you're going to want to have your row size set to 1 and make sure to save that as default. Because if you don't save these settings that you have as default, what could happen is the bot could start trading based off of the regular default settings, which are not the same settings that you're looking at. So just make sure that you always have this, saving the correct settings to default so that the bot is never confused about which settings it's using for your volume profile. If you're looking at altcoins, I'd recommend your row size of 1 with ticks per row. If you're looking at Bitcoin or a large, market cap coin, I would recommend setting this to 100. Mid cap coin, maybe set it to 10. Okay, so here's what we can do. Let's first look for any patterns that we see in this. And one that I do see between the value area low and the value area high here is we could set a bot to trade whenever price goes above the value area low. So whenever price goes below the value area low, that's bearish. But whenever price crosses above the value area low, we want it to buy. And whenever price crosses below the value area high, such as a move like that, we want it to sell. You can see it already. Alert's already working. So it could have bought here and then sold here. Some other examples of what it could have done. Yep, beautiful example here. We go below the value area low, so we're not doing anything here. We're only going to have that bot set to buy when price goes above the value area low, which was here. So it buys here, and then it sells whenever price goes below the value area high, which was there. So that would be a nice profit there, just on FETBTC. And the benefit of doing it that way, and I don't recommend doing it any of these specific ways, is if we just set an order to buy whenever price goes below the value area low, that would have bought there. That's not great. But if we have something set that it will only buy when price actually closes above the value area low, we're going to be buying at a much better price here versus buying here, as you can see. So it's a mixture of volume and trading into fair value. If you've seen my video on auction market theory, that might help. That may help. Another trade that it could have taken is buying here, and it would not have sold. It may have sold here, hopefully not, and it for sure would have sold there. And then another trade that it would have taken is, again, it will only buy when price closes above the value area low. Where did that occur? Right here. So you would have bought there, and yeah, price went much, much higher. So if we want this to set up, here's what we can do. I'm going to click this. I'm going to click Add Alert. Now, I want whenever price crosses above the value area low. So the developing value area low is going to be this one. The developing value area high is going to be this one. Do not mix these up. This is the low, this is the high. So whenever FETBTC crosses above the value area low, I want it to buy. So to have that set, I have to have send email to SMS set up. I do that, I paste that, and that's the entry order for FETBTC. I am going to click Create, and it's all set up, as you can see there. Right here. Now, we are also going to have to set a close order. So to do that, I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to take the message to close close order at market price, copy. I'm going to set my alert here. Whenever FETBTC crosses below the value area high, which is here, I want it to close. So I'm going to set that there. Close at market price, perfect, and send email to SMS. So once I hit create, that's all set as well. That should pop up. And I think it just did here. Yep. Close at market price, perfect. That's the top one right there. So we have that set up. So basically what I just programmed this bot to do is when I'm sleeping, when I'm away, when I'm here, wherever, it will buy whenever price crosses above the value area low, and it will sell whenever price crosses below the value area high. And if you see any issues, and let's say like the bot's not actually doing what you had seen it to do, I'd highly recommend once you do this, that you watch the first trade that your bot is taking, that you watch the first trade that your 3commas program strategy is taking. So let's say that you get into a situation where it's not buying here, or it's buying at strange prices and it's taking profit at weird prices, then you may want to look at your settings and either edit your strategy or choose another strategy altogether. because you're good. You don't want to just set this and forget it, because if there's any slight issue or any bug, that could really magnify into large losses. So I would definitely recommend that you watch the first trade that your 3commas bot takes when you set TradingView alerts, just to make sure that everything's flowing pretty smoothly. Okay, so yep, I have that all set up, and then all I have to do is just click start, and it will just begin trading based on the conditions I told it to. So there are a ton of other ways you can trade, using these bot systems. All I showed today was just how to set up TradingView alerts that would allow you to trade within TradingView on any strategy that you want. There are a ton of other strategies that you can use as well. You could make a trade based on sentiment. You can make a trade based on cryptocurrency market breadth. You can make a trade based on RSI, based on liquidations. Anything that's in TradingView is fair game. So use your creativity with this. Don't just try to copy one of these strategies or look up popular strategies. I would say look into TradingView, look into see what strategies backtest really well, and then you should be pretty easily able to automate that strategy with 3commas. If you have any issues with automating these strategies or want to learn any more, you can private message me or shoot me an email at bennett@bitcointradingpractice.com. And with that, that's going to be it. So if you want the 3-day free trial or the discount on the 6-month and 12-month plan for 3commas, just click the link in the description below. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments or shoot me an email or mention it on Discord. Happy trading. I'll see you guys next time.